in the seventh galaxy of the Alliance core galaxies, after the longest war the universes had ever witnessed. Everyone stood in the celestial crystal hollow chamber built in space between the planets as a symbol of peace. The war among 5 different alien races had left behind thousands of destroyed planets and billions of lost lives. The long-awaited moment had arrived. The signing of the Orion Accord, which was supposed to ensure, at least in theory, 1,000 years of peace. Among the delegation stood the young scientist Lara Miln, representing humanity in the spatio-temporal studies division of the Galactic Council of Sages. Lara wasn't a politician or a soldier. She was a specialist in analyzing quantum waves emitted from stars. She was included in the delegation due to a recent discovery: distorted signals arriving from the edge of the galaxy, signals that didn't exhibit any familiar astronomical pattern. The night before the signing, Lara was in her mobile research unit, reading the waves from Sector 47, a remote region, untouched since the war's outbreak. The signals showed a repeated pattern, like a heartbeat, but not a natural one. After hours of data analysis, Lara decoded the pulses. It was a hidden message. The message was a warning from an unknown source. It read, "One of the signatory races intends to activate the cosmic weapon at the moment of signing to annihilate the others and impose absolute control over the universe." Lara's heart trembled. Only a few hours remained before the signing ceremony. She tried to contact the leaders in her delegation, but security around them was tight, and the isolation protocols had already begun. She attempted to storm the council hall, but was ignored and accused of psychological distress. She thought of one solution: going directly to the central chamber of the spatio-temporal Bacona monitoring device that allowed scientists to view events in the near future. It had been banned due to the risk it posed to cosmic stability. But Lara saw no other choice. She sneaked into the beacon chamber with the help of her old friend Zir, an Olarian and a former security engineer in the Galactic Army. They managed to activate the beacon using an emergency code passed down from her father, one of the lead scientists in the previous war. What Lara saw in the beacon was shocking. At the moment the 5 leaders signed the Orion Accord, a wormhole opened behind one of the representatives, the leader of the Seraphim race. An ancient machine buried in the core of planet Zara was activated. From the machine, a dark energy beam emerged, engulfing all signatories. The Seraphim seized the council, proclaiming the birth of a new galactic empire from the ashes of peace. This vision was only minutes away from becoming reality. Lara screamed into the emergency alarm, trying to warn the hall, but the system ignored her. She modified the beacon's signals to broadcast the vision directly to all screens in the hall, risking the device's total destruction. At the last moment, the transmission appeared seen by leaders, delegations, and soldiers alike. A deep silence fell, then chaos erupted. The Seraphim attempted to escape, but the Joint Guard Force captured them. All rifts in the spatio-temporal field were sealed. It was later revealed that a secret faction within the Seraphim had refused to accept the war's outcome. For decades, they had planned in secret, using ancient technology from before time itself. They intended to eliminate all other races during the moment of peace to ensure domination. Lara became a galactic hero, not just a scientist, but someone who had saved millions of lives and prevented a massacre. But the story did not end there. In the depths of space, on the galaxy's outer edge, new pulses began to emerge. But this time, they weren't from the Seraphim. They came from something older, something that had been silently watching since the dawn of creation and had finally begun to move. In the months following the thwarted Seraphim conspiracy, the galaxy returned to a cautious calm. Reconstruction of the devastated planets began, and a joint investigation committee was formed to examine the full impact of the Seraphim plot. Yet Lara Miln did not find the peace she had expected. Ever since broadcasting the beacon's vision, she noticed strange disturbances in some star system's anomalies, unrelated to any known physical activity. One night, her airborne observatory detected spatio-temporal pulses far more complex than those preceding the Seraphim conspiracy. This time, it wasn't just a message, it was a vast network of signals spread across the galaxy in precise synchronization, like the neural network of a vast cosmic consciousness. Lara assembled a small team. Zarik, the engineer, Dotore Laura Kaichi, a BOF expert from the Vellacian race, and Kareem Nola, former Earth soldier who joined her mission voluntarily after surviving the war on Zara. They studied the signals and discovered the unthinkable. The pulses matched perfectly with maps of dark energy distribution in the universe. They originated from specific points corresponding to what ancient legends called Genesis Gates, primordial centers formed after the Big Bang, long considered mythical, but Lara found that one of these gates had begun to open. The consequences weren't only physical. Dreams began to change. People on some planets suffered collective hallucinations in speaking extinct languages, drawing symbols never seen before. One phrase repeated across many voices. "The Fathers are returning." The Council of Sages sent a reconnaissance team to the signal convergence point near a desolate planet named Ranyos, once a sacred center for the extinct race, known as the Solarians, who claimed to have communicated with alien creators they called the Seven Fathers. As soon as the ship neared Ranyos, it vanished, completely gone. No signals, no debris, nothing. Lara knew time was running out. She decided to lead a secret mission herself, hidden from the Council. She used an old ship rumored to be the only one to have crossed the Veil Line, the galactic belt separating known worlds from those spoken of only in myth. As she approached Ranyos, she found no planet, only void, no gravity, no thermal signature, only nothingness. But at the edge of the void, her ship detected frequencies taking shape, geometric patterns, shifting in silence. Then the lost recon ship appeared, but it wasn't the same. It was deserted. But its systems were still running. And that wasn't all. On its walls, they found messages carved by fingernails. Only one was clearly legible. "We saw it. It's not from our world. It is the first consciousness. The galaxy is just one room in its palace." Despite her fear, Lara chose to enter the active gate frequencies. She and her crew entered a tunnel of frozen time, no space, no color, only a presence communicating through thought. It was unseen, unheard, but it knew them all. Its name couldn't be translated, but the feeling it invoked was the Watcher. The Watcher wasn't a creature, it was the original system, the Eye of Time, the consciousness of the galaxy. It told them it had been asleep, watching the evolution of races. But the Seraphiness attempt to activate the temporal weapon, unknowingly a part of its own essence had awakened it. It said, "You are not the masters of this universe. You are merely thoughts in my dream, but some thoughts have become dangerous. It is time to purge them." It offered them a choice. Leave the galaxy entirely and let it reshape it, or face the great trial. Lara chose the trial. A portal opened to a non-physical realm shaped by their will, where thoughts took form and fears became real. Each crew member had to confront themselves, their pasts, their darkest memories, and the lies they'd told themselves. Zarik died facing his own self. Elora nearly broke, but Kareem saved her, sacrificing himself. As for Lara, she saw her childhood, her father murdered in the war, the galaxy burning if she failed, but she did not falter. She clung to her only hope, that even the smallest beings could challenge gods if they had enough awareness and faith. When they returned, the stars had changed. There was a silence never known before, and the Watcher was silent. But in a far-off place, in a galaxy yet to be,